Hi everyone, welcome to eSpin webinar. The topic for this webinar is Vex product overview. My name is Diana and I will be your host for today's topic. What can you expect from this webinar? Firstly, we will introduce UBsecure as our new partner in providing web application security tool. Then we will begin to explore Vex through what is Vex, followed by understanding the need for DAST and how does Vex perform security scanning. Right after, we will discover the features in Vex, its benefits, and license structure. At the end of this webinar, we will have a Q&A session about Vex. So without further ado, let's get started. As an introduction, in July 2022, eSpin enters into partnership with UBsecure to carry and represent its products, Vex-Vulnerability Explorer. UBsecure is an information security company that focuses in developing and providing valuable, simple, and easy security tools and services. Their product, Vex, is rated number 1 in Japan and has been supporting multiple vendors with high-quality scanning services since its launch in 2007. Through this partnership, eSpin will be supplying Vex as well as provide product selection and fulfill the market segment that looks for different sets of functionality and features to meet their enterprise management system requirement. Now, what is Vex? Vex, or Vulnerability Explorer, is a web vulnerability scanning tool in the area of DAST that offers high detection rates, clearly represented both the test details as well as test results reports and trusted user support. As Vex is a web vulnerability scanning tool in the area of DAST, let's first understand the need for DAST. DAST, or Dynamic Application Security Testing, is a process that actively analyzes running applications to detect vulnerabilities and weaknesses through simulated attacks. DAST has many benefits, and that includes independent from application, does not require access to source code, provides accurate results or low false positives, effectively detect and fix vulnerabilities before being exploited by attackers, and ensure compliances with industry standards. Therefore, applying DAST during this SDLC enables in-depth and early detections of vulnerabilities, making the building of software applications a cost-effective process. How does Vex perform security scanning? Vex is a DAST tool. DAST It performs security scanning based on HTTP requests and responses recorded on the tool. Here's how it works. Firstly, Vex is placed between a client and an application server to be scanned as proxy server and record HTTP requests and responses. This is not limited to web browser screens, so acquiring logs and scanning are possible to any target in which HTTP communications logs are generated. The flow of scanning begins from Vex decoding HTTP communication between the client and the application server to be scanned. Then, Vex sends a request in which a scanning value is inserted based on the log recorded. The scanning value can be categorized into 3 parts: the header, parameter, and path. After the request is sent to the scanning target application server, Vex analyzes the response to determine if there are vulnerabilities. What are the features in Vex? The key features in Vex include high detection rate, prompt action against new vulnerabilities, clearly presented report, as well as reliable and trusted support. While other additional features are integration with CI tools and Android static analysis options. Now, let's explore more about the features. High detection rate. Vex development engineer has comprehensive understanding on scenario creation methods and vulnerability assessment, which are obtained through assessment services. This enables high detection rate through scenario creation ability, where it focuses on repeatability of a target. Vex applies 3 scenarios creation features to reproduce the transitions of a target page, making it able to scan complex applications. The features are 1. Autocrawler, which involves specifying URL within the target web applications to allow Vex to register target pages. With a single button click, users can get highly accurate results from Vex. This scenario creation is useful specifically for corporate sites with inquiries. 2. Page transition. As tester manually register target into the browser, Vex lets the tester to view the page transition flow graphically in real time. With this feature, tester can better understand the page transition setup in accessing the target. Page transition scenario creation is beneficial for search engine membership sites that involve login authentication. 3. Handler. These features enables users to define detailed scanning setting per request for proxy. Handler scenario creation is handy for websites that control transition destination with script like JavaScript and Ajax. Prompt action against new vulnerabilities. Vex offers rapid action against new vulnerabilities through assessment services, security vendor, and customer feedbacks. Vex practices updating on new features improvement, bug fixes, and new payloads for every 3 months. Therefore, new vulnerabilities will be updated at regular update. In case of high-risk vulnerabilities where it can cause critical damage, irregular updates will take place where Vex provides quick response upon report through the release of urgent update. Clearly presented report. Vex offers clear presented report where it provides scan results, detail of vulnerabilities, recommended remediation actions, and essential information of remediation. Its multiple report templates allows users to choose the templates that meet the need for their report presentation, which include page transition, where it can be shared with the development team in Microsoft Excel format. Scan result reports, which can be generated in Microsoft Word or XML format that are suitable for providing reports to customers and managers. Target information that can be represented in CSV format. Checklist of scan results that can be viewed in either Microsoft Excel and CSV format. And finally, regulatory compliance report, including PCI DSS and OWASP Top 10. The vulnerabilities detected by Vex are categorized according to the guidelines and output as a report in Word format. Reliable and trusted support. The support team works closely with the development team in supporting user scanning activities. Users are provided with reliable support from scan settings, scan results to Vex features, and specification. Support can be obtained 24 hours via email. For the additional features, integration with CI tools allows Vex to handle attack path in the software development lifecycle through DevSecOps practice. Android static analysis options is achieved by simply uploading the .apk file of Android to Vex to start scanning and complete the analysis. What are the benefits of Vex? Vex offers enhanced securities. It allows you to ensure security through performing security assessment anywhere, anytime, and at any stage of development. Vex also realizes DevSecOps faster as well as maintaining high security standard through CI tools integration. Efficient security assessment. Vex is customizable and specifically designed to solve the common problems of security engineers, such as workloads, limited lead time, and limited human resources. Flexible deployment. Vex can be operated through a browser as web applications. This eases the collaboration between security engineers. Vex also works on mobile PC on-premise, making security assessment on-premise possible. Now, let's be introduced to Vex license structure. Vex license structure include developer editions and auditor editions. The developer edition is for security assessment of web application that is developed or operated on-premise. These include regular security testing for own websites or security testing during development stage. The audited editions, on the other hand, is for security providers or auditors to provide vulnerability assessment services without being limited by the number, including one user account. Finally, we have arrived to the final section of this webinar, the Q&A session. But before we start, let's look into a few frequently asked questions related to Vex. Question 1. Is it possible to migrate the Vex server to a virtual environment like AWS? Vex can be installed in a virtual environments or cloud environments. In fact, Vex has been used on AWS. However, users may not reallocate licenses on the Vex support sites for devices in the virtual environments. If reallocation is essential, users need to contact the support team. Question 2. Does Vex run in the environment that a security software is enabled? Since Vex sends a pseudo attack pattern, security software such as antivirus software may block the communication or delete scanning logs by defining that the communication associated with the scan is an attack. Also, even in the case of new installation or upgrading Vex, security software may delete necessary files. Therefore, it is recommended to run Vex with the security software is temporarily disabled. Question 3. Is it possible to use Vex without internet access? Vex can be used even in situations where you cannot access the internet, as long as you can use it in an environment that can access the scanning target. Question 4. What type of vulnerabilities detected by Vex server scan? Vex server scan targets these three vulnerabilities: inappropriate disclosure of directories and files, server information, application information, authority information leakage due to misconfiguration of the web server, and known vulnerability related to the web server. Thank you for joining and listening to our Vex product overview. If you have any inquiries about the product, please do not hesitate to email us at info@espincorp.com or visit our website. Thank you again.